yourself, O Lord, but I want the dust of the devotees. I want the remnants of the devotees. This was the benediction which was asked by Haridas Thakur. He says, I am the most low-born. So now here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking everyone, whatever you desire, ask. So everybody were very happy. They were asking according to their desires. But Advaita Acharya, what did he ask? Advaita bole, Prabhu mora yehi vara, murkha nicha pati tera anugraha kara. My only desire is, O Lord, keep always your mercy unto me. I am such a foolish, wretched and fallen person. You bestow mercy unto me. So when Gaur Sundar desired to award benedictions, Sri Advaita prayed that Sri Chaitanya Deva's mercy should be distributed among people who are devoid of learning, aristocracy, and wealth. Keep your Krishna Kamini Mataji, mute your phone. Keha bole more bapa, mora bapa. Na dekha ashibara. Tara chitta bhal hauka. Deha yehi vara. Someone said, my father does not allow me to come. Please give me the benediction that his heart may change. So one person prayed, my well-wishing guardian father has forbidden me to advance on the path of devotional service. Most of the time it happens. The parents themselves become an obstacle in the path of devotional service. So here, the devotee is asking, please give me the benediction that his mind may change. He will not place any obstacle on the path of my cultivation of Krishna consciousness. In the Chanakya Niti, Chanakya Pandit says, those parents, those teachers who are not allowing their dependents, the children, the students, to progress in Krishna consciousness, they are actually enemies in garb. So it is a duty of the parents to make the child grow in Krishna consciousness. It is a duty of the guardians to make their dependents grow in the cultivation of Krishna consciousness. They should not be stopped from coming to the temple, because temple is the place where you can progress yourself, you can associate with the devotees, you can have Krishna Prasadam, you can hear to Bhagavatam. Association of devotees is very much important. We should not just restrict ourselves to only online classes. If there is no other solution than online classes. As much as possible, one should try coming to the temple, having the association, having the service. Even brewing the temple itself is so wonderful. Tasyete katitayartam prakashante mahatmanah. Sevonmukhaihi jivado swayameva spurpiyada. The more we serve, the more we can progress in devotional service. It is not just information. केह बोले प्रति, केह पुत्र प्रति, केह भार्या, केह भृत्या, यार यथारति. केह बोले आमार हौक गुरु भक्ति, यही मत वर मागे, यार यही yukti. So according to their attachment, various devotees requested benedictions for their disciple, son, wife, servant. Someone said, may I develop devotion for my spiritual master? In this way, they all requested benedictions according to their reasoning. This is a very wonderful aspect. Yes, devotion for my spiritual master. So this is also mercy of Krishna. If mercy of Krishna is there, we can get all these things. Someone prayed for a benediction as follows: let my disciple, my son, my wife, my servants be eager to serve you. So if we see, the benedictions which are asked were all meant for serving Lord only. Nobody asked any material benefit. So they said, let their eagerness to serve you increase. Someone else said, Let my propensity to serve the lotus feet of my spiritual master increase. Their asking for various benedictions were approved by their respective intelligence and reasoning. Bhakta Vakya Satya Kori Prabhu Vishwambhara Hasiya Hasiya Sabakara Denavara. Lord Vishwambhar, who makes the words of his devotees true, smiled as he gave benedictions to everyone. So it is said, at one time Krishna may go away from his words, but when it comes to the devotees giving a word, Krishna proves it. That is his work. If the devotees say this will happen, then it has to happen. Because Krishna, as much as the devotee is inclined to serve Krishna, Krishna is also equally inclined. In fact, he is more inclined to serve the devotees. That is why one of his name is Satyavrata. Now, he could have told in the Bhagavad Gita that I protect the devotees, but intentionally he tells through Arjuna. Arjuna, you declare to the whole world, Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. My devotees will never perish. He could have told this, but he told to Kunti Putra, Kaunteya pratijanihi. Tell to the whole world that my devotees will never perish. I always protect my devotees. Now, why he did not declare? Because sadhus don't have that faith in Krishna's words, but they have faith in the words given by their devotees. So, if Krishna, because Krishna is Satyavrata, if a devotee gives a word, then Krishna has to protect those words. But if Krishna gives a word, Krishna may go away from his words. Like Krishna told that I am not going to take part in the war. Just to prove the words of Bhishma Pitamaha, he took the wheel. He took the wheel and ran towards Bhishma Pitamaha just to protect the words of Bhishma Pitamaha. So when his devotees give the words, then Krishna at that time analyzes which one is more important, my words or devotees' words. Because Bhishma Pitamaha told when Draupadi was sent by Krishna, and she paid obeisances putting the wheel on her head. So he was not knowing who is paying obeisances. So Bhishma Pitamaha told, Saubhagyavati Bhav. And Bhishma Pitamaha at that time had taken a vow that tomorrow I am going to kill all the Pandavas. Next day, all the Pandavas will be dead. In this way, he took a vow. And Bhishma, his name is Bhishma because he is very strong in his vows. To break those vows, to break that vow, Krishna sent Draupadi. And Draupadi, she put her sari on her face. So he was not knowing who is paying obeisances. At that time, he says, Saubhagyavati Bhava. Now what happened? It is exactly a contradiction. So when Bhishma Pitama came to know that this is the plot of Krishna or plan of Krishna, immediately he says, okay, he has broken my vow. I will also break his vow. He has taken a vow of not taking part in the war. I will see that he takes part in the war. Started throwing arrows. Next day, started throwing arrows so violently towards Arjuna. Krishna had to get down from the chariot, take the wheel, and run towards Bhishma Pitama. That is why he is known as Rathangapani. And Bhishma Pitama immediately got down from his chariot, folded the hands, and stood before Krishna. Because he wanted to see this beautiful form of Krishna, Krishna holding the wheel in his hand. Krishna's hairs are flowing, and Krishna is running towards him. So in this way, he is appreciating the beauty of Krishna. Bhishma Pitama is devotee of Lord. So when a devotee gives the word, then Krishna has to prove those words. Lord Vishwambar, who makes the words of his devotees true, smiled as he gave benedictions to everyone. Mukunda chenantah patrer bahire sanmukha haite sakhi shakti. Sanmukha haite shakti mukundana dhare. Mukunda was sitting behind a curtain. He had no power to come before the Lord. So Mukunda is a great devotee. He was sitting behind. The word Antapura situated within Pata. Pata means curtain, an interior curtain. Mukunda Sabara Priya Parama Mahanta Bhalamate Jane Sei Savara Vrtanta. Mukunda, he was a great devotee and dear to everyone. He was well conversant with the background of everyone. निरवधि कीर्तन करे प्रभु सुने कोन जनना भुजे तथापि दंडकेने. The Lord will always listen whenever he would chant. No one could understand why he was being punished. ठाकुरेह नाही डाके आसीते ना पारे देखिया जन्मीले दुख सबार अंतरे. Lord did not call him, so he could not come. Everyone felt distress on this. श्रीवास बोले ना, शुन जगतेर नाथ मुकुंद की अपराध करिला तोमात. O Lord, O Lord of the universe, Jagatanatha. Now Shrivas is addressing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How has Mukunda offended you? Mukunda tomara priya mosabara prana kevana hidrava draveshuni mukundera gana. Mukunda is dear to you, and he is the life of all of us, whose heart does not melt on hearing Mukunda sing. Bhakti parayana sarvadike savadhana aparadha na dekhiya kar apamana. He is attached to devotional service and is always careful, yet without seeing fault in him, to dishonor him. Yadi aparadha thake tar shasti kar apanar dase kene dure parihara. If he has actually committed an offense, then punish him. But why should you neglect your servant? Tumina dakile nare samukha harite dekhuka tomare prabhu bala bhala mate. He cannot come before you unless call him. He cannot come before you unless you call him. Therefore, O Lord, please call him so that he can see you. Prabhu bole hai na vakya कबू ना बलिबा. ओ बेटार लागी मोरा कबू ना साधीबा. The Lord replied, do not speak such words again. Don't ever speak to me on that fellow's behalf. Shivas requested the Lord to call Mukunda before him. In reply to this, the Lord said in anger, don't ever request me to bestow mercy on him. Khadalaya, Jatilaya, Purve ye Shunila, Yai beta sei haya kehanachi nila. You have heard before the saying. Sometimes he takes a straw in his hand, sometimes he takes a stick. This applies to this fellow. Yet none of you have recognized him. Shane dante trinalaya, shane jati mare, okhada jati ya beta, na dekhi be more. Sometimes he takes a straw in his teeth, sometimes he beats with a stick. Therefore, this straw stick holder cannot see me. Sometimes Mukunda holds a straw between his teeth to express his humility, and sometimes he attacks me. According to his consideration, his one hand is at my feet and his other hand is on my neck. Whenever it suits him, he becomes my subordinate, and other times he blasphemes me. Mukunda is a synthesizer. He identifies himself according to what suits him and thus invites his own inauspiciousness. Therefore, I do not feel like giving any benediction to him. Sometimes he discusses the book Yoga Vasishtha with Advaita and supports the Mayavad philosophy. Sometimes he gives up the Mayavad philosophy and expresses humility in the attempt to cultivate Krishna consciousness. When I instruct others to always chant the names of Hari, by becoming more humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, ready to offer all respects to others, not expressing respect for oneself, then considering himself a servant of Advaita, Mukunda desires to become one with Brahman, gives up the quality of tolerance, and supports the philosophy of Yoga Vasishtha, which is a misinterpretation of Vedanta. Moreover, with a desire to sit among the Vaishnavas, he pretends to be decorated with the humility of an exalted devotee and thus identifies himself as a devotee. So this is a very nice sandarbha where Shivas is asking, why you are not calling Mukunda? He says, it's my wish. I don't want to talk to him. I don't want to recognize him as a devotee because he adjusts to every situations. Sometimes sometimes he speaks Mayavad, and sometimes he is speaking Krishna consciousness. That means whatever suits him, that he does. That means his desires are the priority. So in this way, if one keeps one's desire as a priority, then he is actually not a devotee. Simple. Devotee is one who keeps his spiritual master's desire as the priority. Sometimes here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, sometimes one hand is at my feet, sometimes he holds my neck. That means he back answers me. He doesn't listen to me. So this is not the quality of a devotee. Devotee means he should be always subordinate to his spiritual master. Whatever spiritual master wants, that should be done, not that what I want. I may want many things. I may have many desires. Because a Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking that please express your desires. At that time, Shivas is speaking on behalf or supporting Mukunda. Please allow Mukunda to come. Why are not bestowing your mercy onto him? At that time, Lord is very angry. Lord says, don't speak such words again. I don't want to see that person and don't speak on that person's behalf. So when the spiritual master is not bestowing mercy, there is no point of arguing with the spiritual master. That please bestow mercy. No, mercy is not bestowed by somebody's asking. It is bestowed by one's own will. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not bestowing mercy because he knows that there is a duplicity. In one place, he acts to be a devotee. Mukunda is acting to be a devotee. In another place, he acts to be very humble. In another place, he is not humble. That means he wants to do what he wants. He is mixing with Advaita and speaking Advaita Acharya is devotee. But here he considers himself as a servant of Advaita and speaks Mayavad. That's what is given here. Yoga Vasishtha with Advaita. Now Advaita Acharya knows what is Yoga Vasishtha. But he is trying to you say pacify, or you say like to please Advaita, thinking that if I speak Yoga Vasishtha to Advaita, Advaita will be very happy. So, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I have given the instruction that chant the holy name, that is enough. So one has to chant the holy name, that is enough. One need not do any other thing. If we do that, that is enough. We don't have to follow any Mayavad. So that is what here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says. Mahavakta Srinivasa bole Arabara. Bhuji pe tumhara shakti kara adhikara. The expert speaker Shiva spoke again to the Lord. Who is qualified to understand your power? Amarata mukundera dosha nahi dekhi tumhara bhaya pada padma tara shakti. See, we are not finding any fault in Mukunda, your lotus feet, which awards fearlessness are witness of this fact. Prabhu bole, O beta, yakhana yatha yaya, sehi mata katha kahi, tathai mishaya. Wherever this fellow goes, he mingles with the persons there and speaks like one of them. So Lord is saying, that I am finding the fault. You are not finding the fault, but I am finding the fault. What is that fault? He goes and mingles with everyone and speaks like them. Vashishta padye yabe advaitara sangha. Bhakti yoge nache gaya trina kari dante. When he studies Yoga Vasishta in Advaita's association, he takes a straw in his mouth, in his teeth, and sings and dances in a devotional mood. Anya sampradaya giya yakhana sambhaya. Nahi mane bhakti jati maraye sadaya. When he mingles with another sampradaya, he constantly beats me with a stick by not accepting devotional service. So it is equivalent to beating a stick. When Mukunda mingles with the Mayavadis, he denies the eternity of devotional service, attacks the devotees in a battle of argument. The word Sambhaya means enters. The phrase Anya Sampradaya refers to Mayavad Sampradaya. Bhakti haite bada ache, ye hava khane, nirantara jati, jati more mare si jane. Anyone who explains there is something superior to devotional service constantly beats me with a stick. So somebody says, okay, karma is superior, jnana is superior, yoga is superior, Vedic study is superior. It is actually beating Krishna. Simple. If you consider something greater than the devotional service, then that is beating Krishna. Jati means stick. There's a community in Punjab which is known as Jat, who always carry sticks in their hand. Later on, many of them entered the disciplic succession founded by Guru Nanak, Jat. They carry the stick. So here, Jati, this word has been used by Vrindavan Das Thakur, saying that anybody um, who goes against the devotional service, against the principles of devotional service, it is actually holding the stick. Bhakti sthane uhara haila parag. Eteka uhara haila darshana vadha. He has committed an offense against devotional service. Therefore, he cannot see me. Those who engage in karma, jnana, yoga, and austerities are unable to understand the actual nature of devotional service. Commit offenses at the feet of Bhakti Devi. The devotees of the Lord do not give their association to such offenders. Therefore, I also cannot tolerate seeing any karmis or mayavadis. Mukunda shunaye saba bahire thakiya. Na paiba darshana shunile iha. Mukunda heard everything from outside. He heard that he would not get Lord's darshan. Guru uparodhe purve na manilu bhakti saba jane Mahaprabhu Chaitanya Shakti. Mahaprabhu knew that I did not respect devotional service due to the advice of some guru. This is the potency of Lord Chaitanya. So Mukunda is now understanding, yes, Mahaprabhu comes to know everything. That is his potency. I did not respect devotional service. What is the meaning of devotional service? Complete surrenderance. Complete surrenderance means devotional service. Always eager to serve the Guru Shishya Parampara. That is devotional service. So I did not respect it because I was advised by somebody. I heard to some guru. That is why I am bereft of seeing Lord. Previously, on the instruction of some sampradaya, I did not accept the supremacy of devotional service. This is well known to Mahaprabhu. Devotional service to Krishna is the energy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the source of all energies. Therefore, I am an offender. The eternal propensity of a pure living entity is bhakti. All living entities are constitutionally situated on the platform of devotional service. If one abandons such a propensity and welcomes other propensities, he commits an offense. So if a person gets an opportunity to serve their lordships, immediately one should take advantage and serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is most important. Serve one's Guru, serve the spiritual master, serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In this way, one can progress in devotional service. If somebody else advises something, one should not hear. Because where we get the knowledge, there only one should be surrendered and very nicely cultivate oneself in devotional service. Just going here and there has no sense. Mane chinte mukunda parama bhagavata yei deha rakite mora na haya yukata. The exalted Vaishnava Mukunda thought there is no need to continue my life. Aparadi sharira chhadi ba aji ami. Let me give up this body today itself. Dekhiba kateka kale iha nahi jani. For I don't know when will I see him. See such an eagerness to have darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now here Mukunda understood that I was till now fulfilling my desires. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu knew that Mukunda is trying to fulfill his desires. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also told that I don't want to see such fellow. Then Mukunda understands this and says, let me give up this body. What is the use of having this body if I am not able to see Mukund, if I am not able to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Mukunda bole na shuna Thakur Shivas कबो की देखी मु मुनि बल प्रभु पाश कांदये मुकुंद है या झोर नयने मुकुंदेर दुखे कांदे भागवत गणे. So Mukunda said, "Oh Shivas Thakur, ask the Lord, when am I going to see him? When I will be able to see him?" Mukunda then started crying, and all the devotees also started crying on seeing Mukunda's distress. After hearing the words of Mahaprabhu, Mukunda understood that the Lord was extremely unhappy with him and would not give him darshan. Therefore, Mukunda said to Shrivas, "How long will it be before I am qualified to go before Mahaprabhu?" After saying this, Mukunda started crying profusely. Prabhu bole, "Ara yadi koti janma haya, tabe mora darshana paibe nishchaya." After millions of births, he will certainly get my darshan. So this was the answer. After millions of births, Shunila Nishchaya Prapti Prabhu Ra Shri Mukha Mukunda Sinchita Haila Parananda Sukha. So then, when Mukunda heard this, he was in spiritual happiness. Yes, I will attain Lord. Maybe after millions of births, but yes, I'm going to attain Lord. Paiva Paiva Boli Kare Mahanritya Premete Vibhala Haila Chaitanya Rabhutya. I will attain him. I will attain him. This is how he was exclaiming. And then in this way, Lord Chaitanya's servant became overwhelmed with ecstasy. Now here, Lord says, after millions of births, just see how much tolerance here Mukunda is having and the great faith in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's words. So in the purport, Sri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur gives many quotations which we'll read tomorrow. So here we'll stop. Any questions you can answer. No questions. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.